A couple players that we got news on today, Kenneth Walker and DJ Dallas, are going to be game time decisions. I think they're on the wrong side of questionable, and I would be looking elsewhere. I would not be banking on DJ Dallas this week. I would not be banking on Kenneth Walker this week. Instead, I would be looking at Travis Homer. Travis Homer, the running back 45 currently on Fantasy Pros expert consensus rankings. I have him now in my top 30 of running backs. And during the two games where Travis Homer got double-digit touches, he finished with on average 9.5 fantasy points, which is not nothing, right? You want some fantasy points out of the running backs that you're playing. And Homer averaged 5.5 receptions in those games. He averaged 28 receiving yards. It wasn't super efficient on the ground, but we've seen Travis Homer be a fake punt running option. If you remember, I think it was last year, had a 40-yard scamper on a fake punt. He's just got speed on speed, and the former third or sixth round pick is in line to get some major work on Sunday. I know Pete Carroll has said there's a possibility that DJ Dallas or Kenneth Walker can play, but you have to remember too, this is Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll is going to say the rosiest things. And anytime Pete Carroll says something mean, he's been pent up for a while. He's been pretty angry. So I'm not anticipating Kenneth Walker. I'm not anticipating DJ Dallas. I think it's Travis Homer. If you want to take an extremely deep shot on Wayne Gallman, like fine, Wayne Gallman was okay-ish a couple years ago, but now he was signed to the practice squad. It's probably Tony Jones who's going to be playing over Wayne Gallman. And Tony Jones last year, if we look at what Jones was able to do, he stepped in for Alvin Kamara, and it was not pretty. Okay, Tony Jones, why is he not showing up for me? Tony Jones last year had one game where he was pretty involved, 16 carries against Buffalo. This was week 12, 16 of 27 on the ground. Yikes. It was disastrous. And I know that he had another game earlier in the season where he got 11 carries and for 50 yards, but I'm not banking on a Tony Jones. If you are new or if you like the answers that I'm giving, make sure you're hitting that red subscribe button. It really helps the channel. If I'm ranking the running backs for Seattle, I'm going Travis Homer in who I anticipate to be active. Travis Homer, Tony Jones, and then Wayne Gallman. And that's how I would roll with it. Travis Homer for me is going to be in that flex consideration because of the Bipocalypse. I probably would have moved him down to a high-end running back 4 if it wasn't for the Bipocalypse, probably like running back 37 or 38, but because he could be a 0. But I don't think he's going to be a complete 0 in this week. So running back 45 is just too low in a week where you're probably going to need some running back help with David Montgomery, with Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson, Jonathan Taylor is on bye. You've got a lot of players who you were banking on riding into week 14, and now they're on the bye. So Travis Homer is a player that I think he's the best of the options, which isn't really saying much for that Seattle backfield behind Kenneth Walker, but here we are.